Hello everyone and welcome to Sabonis. Today I'm going to show you how to prepare one of the most unusual pasta dishes in the whole of Italy. And I'm sure many of you have never tried it before. I must warn you, this is a spicy Italian dish. Today we're making spaghetti alla cecina. But where was this curious dish born? Well, it was created in the restaurant Al Sorso Preferito in the city of Bari in Italy in the amazing year of 1967 by chef Enzo Francavilla. This dish is known for cooking the spaghetti directly in a pan with tomato sauce where it toasts and caramelizes until it comes crispy and slightly burned. It's a technique that some call it assassin style because of its intensity and aggressiveness. The name also comes from an old story. After tasting the dish, one of the customers said that the chef had killed them with the strong spicy flavor. Well, let's not talk anymore and let's get to work with our spaghetti alla cecina. Okay. As always, enjoy the video. It's not only to learn how to prepare, but also to have fun. And at the end, I will give you all the summary of all the ingredients so you can write them down. Okay, let's start by preparing the liquid that we will use to cook the pasta. This tomato broth we are about to make will be absorbed by the spaghetti later. So we need to concentrate the flavor here. In a pot, pour a little olive oil and add 2 sliced garlic cloves. As soon as the garlic starts to turn golden, pour in 680 milliliters of tomato puree and using the same jar, add an equal amount of water. To give it more thickness and a deeper flavor, add 100 grams of tomato paste. Now 4 grams of dried oregano and finally 12 grams of salt. Bring it to a gentle boil, then remove it from the heat and set it aside. We will use it during the cooking process of the pasta. Now comes the interesting part. We are going to prepare the spaghetti. First, make sure you have a large enough pan where the spaghetti fits completely without breaking. If you don't have a pan wide enough, don't even try to make this dish because it will get ruined. We are going to fry the pasta before cooking it. That's the only proper way to do it. And of course, don't even think about breaking the spaghetti in half. You never break spaghetti to cook it. Otherwise, you can eat it properly later. Keep it a kitchen towel or a large napkin handy to wipe any sauce splashes while cooking. Okay, let's start with enough oil to cover the base of the pan. Add 4 grams of crushed red pepper flakes. Then 2 sliced garlic cloves. And finally 100 grams of tomato paste. Let it brown a little and now add 1 full package of spaghetti. That's 454 grams or 1 pound. That's equal about 6 regular portions. Remember, 1 portion is roughly 75 grams. Let the pasta absorb the oil and start frying. We want to see that burn. Caramelized tomato sticking on the noodles. Be careful when bringing close to the pan. The chili releases an irritating vapor due to the capsaicin, which is the natural heat from the pepper. Once the noodles start sticking, flip them over. That's exactly what we want to see. Caramelized tomato clinging to the spaghetti. Now, wait a bit more before adding the liquid. Don't pour it all in, just enough to cover the pasta and let it slowly evaporate, stirring occasionally. While the tomato liquid is evaporating, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and give me a like. All that helps me keep sharing more Italian and Peruvian recipes and cooking tips with you. Let's continue with the preparation of our spaghetti alla cecina. You'll notice that the first addition of liquid has almost completely reduced. So we add more of our tomato broth and let it keep evaporating, stirring from time to time. This whole process will take at least 30 minutes. The ideal temperature is around 350 degrees Fahrenheit. That way it doesn't burn too fast. Usually it cooks at higher temperatures, but I try to suggest recipes that are easy to follow. High temperatures require a lot of experience because it's very easy to overdo it and burn everything quickly. Okay, the tomato broth we prepare should be just enough to finish cooking the pasta al dente. Not overcooked, not undercooked. But if the spaghetti is still a little hard and you run out of liquid, you can add a bit of water or, if you prefer, a splash of white wine. Hopefully, you won't need to do that. Remember, the best way to know if the pasta is ready is by tasting it. This is our final addition of liquid. I'm going to pour it in the rest of it. Now, at this last step, taste once again to check the salt and to make sure the pasta is perfectly al dente. Remember, always taste. If it needs a bit more salt, correct it now. The little liquid that remains will help distribute the salt evenly through the spaghetti. And by tasting it, you will know if it needs a little more water. What's cooking the pasta here is the steam from the sauce, leaving the tomato sugar caramelized on the noodles. That's why this dish is packed with extreme flavor. Once the spaghetti is al dente, we are ready to serve. Trill it on a fork, serve it on the plate, top it with grated Parmesan cheese, add a few leaves of chopped Italian parsley, and that's it. Spaghetti alla cecina. Now, let's taste it. Powerful flavor, deep flavor, spicy, great texture. The killer, la cecina. Let's go over the ingredients once more. For tomato broth, olive oil, 2 sliced garlic cloves, 680 milliliters tomato puree, 680 milliliters of water, 100 grams of tomato paste, 4 grams dried oregano, 12 grams salt. For the preparation, vegetable oil, 454 grams spaghetti, 2 sliced garlic cloves, 4 grams red chili flakes, 100 grams tomato paste. Well, I hope you enjoyed this recipe and that you try it at home. Be careful. Remember that the oil splashes when adding liquids and that the chili releases an irritating vapor from the capsaicin. It's not dangerous, but it can make you tear up or sneeze. Don't forget to comment how it turned out for you. Ask me any question or tell me about any special recipe you'd like me bring next time. I see you in the next video, and remember what Nonna Saboni always said. When a dish has history, every bite tells you a story. Arrivederci!